Today, what we're going to be talking about is moving a patient from a bed to a wheelchair. We're going to pretend that armrests are here, and we're going to pretend that it has wheels. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run through opening protocols. So I'm going to introduce myself to the patient. I'm going to perform hand hygiene, verify doctor's orders, provide patient privacy, explain the procedure to the family or anyone else who is in the room, make sure they understand it, do all that good stuff, and also apply gloves. So after that all is done, I'm going to make sure that they are comfortable with being transferred from the bed to the wheelchair. Are you comfortable with being transferred from a bed to a wheelchair?
I am comfortable being transferred from a bed to a wheelchair.
That's the sound of success. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the bed as much as possible. I'm going to lower the side rails. I'm then going to have the patient sit up, but before I do, I'm going to put one hand underneath, right at about their shoulder and their neck area, support their head, and another one on their thighs to keep those thighs down so they don't accordion. So I'm going to have you sit up. Beautiful. And I'm going to make sure that they stay seated on this edge of the bed for a while so that they can report if they feel dizzy, if they feel nauseous, if they feel lightheaded. I don't want that happening when we're actually transferring them to a wheelchair. I want them to tell me when they can lay back down safely. So, do you feel dizzy, lightheaded, nauseous, anything like that?
Nope, just sweaty.
Just sweaty, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock the bed brakes, make sure they're good. I'm also going to secure the wheelchair. So locking the wheelchair wheels, I'm also going to raise the footrests on that wheelchair and make sure the pad is set in the seat, make sure it's good to go, make sure it's not going anywhere. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to make sure that this patient is still good to go even after sitting up for a couple of minutes. As soon as they are, I'm going to apply a gait belt. This is our handy dandy friend, the gait belt, right about here. Raise this arm for me. Perfect. Raise the other arm for me. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm going to, again, tighten it to a point of security, but not discomfort. After that is all done, I'm going to make sure they're good to go. They're okay. Everything feels good. Everything feels normal. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread their feet a little bit. Give them a wider stance, give them a better chance to stay standing. We're going to pretend that the left leg is a weaker leg. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you slowly stand up. And I'm going to assist them in standing with this gait belt. As all this is going on, I'm making sure I'm close to this patient, making sure I'm supporting them in all ways possible. Then I'm going to maneuver them around to the wheelchair. If they can walk, I'll have them walk. If they need help, I will help in any way I can. I'm then going to sit them down securely, make sure they're good and seated well back in the wheelchair. Make sure their arms are secure on the armrests. You have armrests. After that's all done, I'm then going to remove the gait belt. I'm going to have you lean forward a little bit. Perfect. I'm then going to lower the footrests, place their feet on the footrests, and then I'm going to check and make sure that they are comfortable, make sure that there's no dizziness, there's no nausea, there's no lightheadedness, none of the above. Is any of the above happening? None of the above. That's what we like to hear. After that's done, I'm going to place all items within arm's reach, make sure that they know where the call light is at, give them a portable call light if one is accessible. If not, just make sure they know where the one in the room is. And after all that is said and done, I'm going to run through closing protocols. So I'm going to raise side rails on the bed. I'm going to make sure they're comfortable, make sure they're good to go. I'm going to perform hand hygiene and remove my gloves. I'm then going to document the procedure, including how aware they were of the procedure, how dizzy or lightheaded or nauseous they were during the procedure, and make sure that they are just generally good to go.